Have you ever wondered what the secrets were to being a good top laner? What are the things these high elo top laners are doing that separates them from the best? Is it mechanics? Macro? I'm sure these are questions you've had when trying to improve. So today I'm going to answer those questions by showing you the difference between good top laners and bad ones. To do this, I'm going to first show an example from low elo with a player making a big misplay, then jump to a high elo clip of the player doing the concept properly so you can see the difference. So let's get started right away with this first example where we have an Urgot in Silver 1. They are against a Pantheon top that has Ignite. Since you guys normally have plenty to say about how bad the player is that we use, let's see if you can spot the problem before I even say what it is. We're going to watch about 30 seconds of the gameplay, then we'll break it down to see what the issue was. So take a look. Alright, so what did the Urgot do wrong here? Remember, Pantheon has Ignite. So, there were some glaring issues in this gameplay. First, Urgot has one of the strongest level 1s in the game. So as soon as Pantheon walked up to grab a CS or trade, Urgot should be going for level 1 all in, as he would win extremely hard even if Pantheon has Ignite. There are not many top laners that can beat Urgot at level 1. On top of this, Pantheon used 2 melee range Qs on Urgot, and Urgot didn't use a single E. So not only did he fail to abuse his strong level 1, he barely traded back when Pantheon went in and poked him with a Q. Both of these things are big problems, but the main thing here that separates good top laners from bad ones is, good top laners know their champion's power spikes and strong points. Let's look at a perfect example of this from a high elo Trundle player named Trundle Top. As you would imagine, he plays strictly Trundle, in top lane, in Grandmasters. Before laning starts, Mr. Trundle Top goes to get into this brush, but runs into the Shen that he's against. Shen also has Ignite, just like the Pantheon from the last clip. Before we even see what happens, let's test your level 1 knowledge. First question, who do you think is stronger at level 1, Shen or Pantheon? Assuming they both take Ignite. Shen is definitely stronger here as his level 1 is no joke, especially if he plays around his passive shield. Pantheon has a strong level 1 as well, but it's not stronger than Shen. Next question, who's stronger at level 1, Trundle or Shen? But Shen has Ignite and Trundle doesn't. Well, let's find out. These two duke it out, and even though Shen got 2 empowered Qs, 2 passive shield pops, and had Ignite, our man Trundle Top held his ground and knew his limits, and he wins the 1v1. Now, something really important to understand here is, I'm not just saying you need to kill the enemy laner when you're stronger like the Trundle did. It goes much deeper than that. Let's use the Urgot gameplay as an example, and let's pick up right where we left off. First, Urgot gets poked some more by Pantheon Q while he's trying to farm, and then Pantheon hits level 2. This is already a huge problem. A level 2 spike is one of the easiest ways to get first blood in low elo. Nobody respects it, and you can go for a level 2 kill any game where the enemy laner gives you the push advantage. When you're playing something like Urgot though, the enemy laner is forced to give you the push in most matchups because his level 1 is that strong. So not only has he lost a bunch of chances to bully Pantheon at level 1, he also lost any chance of getting a level 2 all in. Anyways, after this, Pantheon poked Urgot down some more and uses his level 2 to get a nice chunk, getting Urgot pretty low now. Pantheon then crashes the wave on the tower, which gives him a chance to recall, or roam, or invade, anything he wants really. It just gives him top priority. He uses that time to roam to mid lane and kills Katarina, getting his Yone a kill. This is a direct result of Urgot not playing level 1 properly. If Urgot plays level 1 right, Pantheon will be on his tower collecting 3 stacked waves at this point, and would have no chance at all to roam or do anything. Urgot would push 3 waves on the tower, then he would cheater recall or roam mid, invade the jungle, whatever he wants. It should be completely reversed. Now, let's jump over to a replay of TF Blade on Jax vs Camille so you can see what I'm talking about. In this matchup, Jax is stronger at level 1, and just because of that, TF Blade will use this to do all of the things I was just explaining. So as he walks into lane, Camille hits him with a W and goes up to auto attack him. TF Blade immediately uses his E to block the Camille auto so she can't proc her passive shield, then he stuns her and autos once before backing off. Then, as he goes to collect last hits, Camille is trying to proc her grasp and passive auto, so TF Blade grabs a minion, then trades back an auto with Camille. Camille has to back off now, since TF Blade's wave will be hitting her, and Jack's passive gives him a bunch of attack speed with every auto that stacks up, so she can't fight him anyways. Because of this, TF Blade will have the push advantage, and when he walks towards Camille, she has to respect it and back away. He clears the wave, and the next wave arrives with 3 blue minions left in the first wave that Camille hasn't cleared yet. This means TF Blade will 100% hit level 2 first. This also means that he'll hit level 3 first, because the wave is stacking up from slow pushing it. This is why level 1 is so important. It basically dictates the first 3 levels of the lane. Also, this gets us right into the next thing that good top laners do compared to bad ones. They understand how to control the wave better than most. Even in Grandmasters, you will see a lot of top laners crash 2 waves on the tower because they push too fast. TF Blade in this game wasn't just constantly auto-attacking the wave. He saw he had the push lead by a small amount and didn't overdo it. By pushing slow enough and maintaining the push lead, he should be able to get 3 stacked waves to crash on the tower, which is exactly what you want in 99% of your games. Anyways, TF Blade is going to push slowly now, basically last hitting, and he hits level 2. Camille has to sit back and respect his level 2, so nothing will really happen for a little bit. After clearing the second wave, the cannon wave is here, and this is when TF Blade will want to crash his waves on the tower. And even though Camille can out-trade Jax when they're both level 2 like we just saw, it doesn't matter because TF Blade has the big wave behind him. Camille can't all in as TF Blade's minions will easily win the fight for him even if he's at an HP disadvantage. So now he's going to focus on clearing the wave and getting it under tower, which will give him a chance to roam, recall, or ward. After crashing, he uses the time to go and drop a ward in the enemy tri-brush since he's against Xin Zhao. Xin started bot side, so he should be top side really soon. When TF Blade gets back into lane, he has to make a decision here. Does he want to sit back and let the wave come to him, or keep pushing to maybe get enough gold for a better recall? If he does nothing, it will naturally come to him very slowly because the wave is closer to Camille's tower and the blue wave doesn't have more than a 3 minion advantage. He decides to push though, and when he does, Camille tries to trade with him, so he trades back, making sure not to take any damage for free, especially when he has more minions. He turns his focus back to the wave though, as he wants to crash it on the tower, but Xin Zhao appears on the ward he placed, so he has to back up. They see that Xin is going for top scuttle, and since TF Blade has played the first 3 levels properly, he has top lane priority over Camille, so he heads into river. He jumps on the Xin Zhao and matches his flash to make sure his stun lands, and boom, he gets a kill and double buffs. With that, top lane will be nearly unplayable for Camille, and it's not really her fault. She can't prevent Jax from pushing the first 3 levels as she's weaker than him, and her jungler doesn't respect top prio, so he dies at the crab. Alright, hopefully this gives you a good idea on how important it is that you take advantage of times you are strong, so you can be in situations like the one TF Blade was in, and not the Urgot. For this next clip, we're looking at the same Urgot. He has Pantheon pretty low under tower, so Urgot's jungler Lee Sin comes to gank. Lee lands a Q, and Urgot dashes in with E but it doesn't land, then tries to finish Pantheon with W but it targets the tower. Obviously, this Urgot has a lot to learn about the champion, since he could have used Q to make sure his W targeted the Pantheon, or just use auto attacks instead of W. But the best way to secure this kill would have been to buffer his E with flash, meaning he would use E, then flash mid-cast to make it very fast and almost impossible to react to. This is another big thing that separates good top laners from bad ones, knowing the small things about their champions. This is just one example, and is a really important one. Using Urgot E flash instead of flash then E will secure kills much more often since it's so hard to react to, and if Urgot lands his E, he can immediately follow up with R before you can flash away, so flashing won't do you any good at that point. We can see another example here of something very small but important with Urgot's E. First, the Urgot takes a really bad trade against the Pantheon, so now Pantheon is waiting for his W to come up so he can stun the Urgot and finish him off. Once his stun comes up, he jumps in, but since the dash from Urgot's E gives him displacement immunity, he goes right through the stun and throws Pantheon behind him into the tower and gets the kill. Other examples of this would be stuff like Alawi R. Alawi R makes her immune to displacements while casting it. This means if you cast R while getting hit by a Malphite ult, or Alistar WQ combo, or even a Bard ult, you won't get CC'd. It's an extremely important part of playing her. Knowing these small things with your champion goes a really long way.
Now, what you find here on YouTube is just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to unlock your true potential, then you need to dive into SkillCapped.com. We have the largest catalog of League of Legends guides in the entire world, with over 1,500 guides and 350 unique courses. You get brand new guides every week exclusive to our website, along with our Smurf commentaries where our challenger experts walk you through how to carry out of the exact rank you're stuck in. Still unsure? Well, you can have all your questions answered by those same challenger experts. Need one-on-one coaching? We got you covered with hand-picked coaches trained to the highest standard. Don't have time for that? Use Direct Pro, pick a past game you played, and within 24 hours get a personalized video from a top 100 challenger player breaking down exactly what you can do better. The best part, all of this comes with a rank improvement guarantee. If you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using SkillCapped, you can claim a refund, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Head to SkillCapped.com and get the rank you've always wanted. Link in the description below.
Alright guys, so these 3 things are crucial parts of being a good top laner. There's more to it of course, but we can't teach everything about League in one video. But we hope you learned from this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.